Good morning, students. Welcome to week 7. As you can see, I am not the same Mr. Manny this week because we're going to be talking about the history of education. So I thought that it would be better to put a historical Greek figure up here. I can also change, so you might want to pay attention to this nice little video this week. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed week number 6. I know you're all working a lot on your projects for the midterm, so please take your time. I understand it's a little bit time consuming, but I guarantee you're going to learn a lot more about education and how it's currently been impacting your local districts and your area, and you're going to find some very interesting topics to research about. Well, now I've become Abraham Lincoln, and the reason I've done this is because week number 7 and week number 8 explore the history of education and talk about philosophy of education and where it all started from. In the last few weeks, you've been learning a lot more about the controversies that involve education and different topics, but these next 2 weeks are going to more focus on how education started back in colonial times and before then, how it became a gendered career as it is in the moment. It's more female-oriented than male-oriented, which I think needs to be changed. It needs to change and is changing little by little. And you're going to learn a lot more about the historical figures in education and what it all really comes down to in the end. You're also going to learn about something called universal education, how the Native Americans had a lot to do with it, and how the federal government plays a huge role in education in general. You're going to learn about some landmark cases, particularly one called Plessy versus Ferguson, which I want you to pay particular attention to because Plessy versus Ferguson plays a huge role in education, and it also comes out on your Florida Teacher Certification exam. So this is one that you really want to pay a lot of attention to. For those of you that are interested in Montessori, this chapter also focuses a little bit on Maria Montessori and the Montessori school system and what it's really all about, because I know a lot of people have misconceptions about the Montessori schools and they don't know too much about it. You're going to learn more about Jean Piaget. He's one of the main theorists that'll ride with you all throughout your courses that you're taking. And you're also going to learn about Jean-Jacques Rousseau, who also is a very important figure. Our discussion this week talks about the significant figures and laws that have occurred in education, and you're going to have to go back into the previous weeks and chapters to find out a little bit more so you can compile your list. I saw already one person posted in there, but pay attention closely to what I'm asking you to do, because not only do I want you to list me at least 5 of the ones that you have learned, but I also want you to give me some very simple or brief comparisons and contrast between the 5 that you've picked and how they affect each other. Your week 7 assignment goes into your week 8 assignment. It is a 2-parter, and it's all about your philosophy of education. And your philosophy of education is something that's extremely important, and that again is going to go with you and change possibly every single semester as you get more and more experience in the education world. You're going to learn, as you're learning about the historical figures, you're going to this week compile a list of the 5 theories, or rather the 5 philosophies of education that are found in chapter 8 in your book, and I give you the page numbers on the website here, and you're going to give me a little summary of each one and what you think about them. And then that's what you're going to submit for your week 7 assignment. For your week 8 assignment, you're going to see that it's pretty much the same assignment. The only difference is that you're going to take those philosophies and what you've learned in these last 2 weeks, and you're going to create your own reflection or your own philosophy of education. And then you're going to summarize it, and you are going to attach 1 or possibly 2 of the philosophies that you learned about to your particular philosophy of education. This is really important. It's something like I did it the first time, and I think my paper was almost 6 pages long when I had to do it for my courses when I took them. in college, but now at the end, my philosophy has evolved into an acronym. It's only one word. So it's going to change a lot, and I think you're going to find it a very interesting task. A lot of students feel that it's a very different task, but they actually, in the end, enjoy doing it. Well, all right, students, I'm done. Abe Lincoln is going to check out for now, and you know I'm always here for you if you need me. All right, have a good week.